Looks like this one's going to drag out to the bitter end as both Real Madrid and Barcelona keep on winning. Is there any hope for the chasing pack? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a look at match number 35 out in La Liga. We'll get to it in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, La Liga related, world football related. We're going to know here under Roski, that's boys and girls. That's right. It just keeps on coming. The games keep on coming. And again, just like some other videos, I'm overlapping match days here. There's still a couple of games to be played for match day number 34. We'll talk more in briefly, but before then, I want a big shout out to a new Patreon. That's right, William Shepherd. Respect to you, sir, for joining the VIP gang. You have joined. You're in an illustrious company. Of course, you're in your elite company. So, William Shepherd, thank you very much for supporting the channel in another way. You are a superstar. That's right, brothers. We're brothers for life, family. We'll be going down there Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. We'll be having Christmas parties, pulling crackers, all the kind of traditional stuff. It might not be this year because I'm coming back to England this year, but anyway. If of course the COVID and we can fly and all that, but that's the plan. That's the plan. Anyway, William Shepherd joins the illustrious gang. Of course, Russell Foster's in there, Cody Coho's in there, Tom Beresford, John Spurn, Aztec Marky B. Mark, No Code Drinker, Daniel Mellor, Bianca Muller, and LG and Cal. That makes 10. I did lose one in the process, so but you could be number 11 if you want to join the illustrious gang and support the channel in another way. There is a link down below in the description. Patreon.com/Roversies. You can support the channel as little or as much as you like. We'll be buddies for life. That's right. And there's more perks and privileges. I'm going to be revamping the Patreon in the next couple of weeks once the seasons come to a crashing halt. There might be a little bit of in-between time between the end of July and August. I can revamp the old Patreon. Looking at a lot of new things to offer perks and privileges to Patreon. We'll talk more about that briefly in a minute. But anyway, let's jump into the thick of things and take a little look at how I got on last time around. Okay, we'll talk about La Liga. This is the criteria because it's fluctuating because of the games still to be played. Just 0 to 2. You got to get 2 right to be at least 2 right. In fact, you need to be more than 2 to get in the straight-faced club. It's easier said than done. Shit-faced gang, that's 2. 3 to 5 you're in the straight-faced club. 6 plus, you're in the top banana. Alrighty then, folks, let's take a look at how I got on last time around. We're going to kick it all off with, it's an unconventional style. It's going to be weird all over the place. It's a Sunday night game. It was it a Sunday game? Yeah, it was. Athletic Bilbao, they took on Real Madrid, and it was a 1-0 win for Real Madrid. That's right, come on then, animation. There you go. 1-0 win in the end. Sergio Ramos from the penalty spot, giving them one and only goal. I actually went with a 3-1 win for Madrid on this one, so I got the right result, but that's pretty much it. Athletic Madrid took on Mallorca, 3-0 in the end. This was on Friday the 3rd of July. Morata with a brace, Coke with the other goal as well. I actually got this one bang on the piston. It should count for an extra point. I need them. Celta Vigo took on Real Betis. It was a 1-1 draw, I believe. Yeah, there they are. Nolito with the goal for Celta Vigo, and Fedal getting the goal for Betis. Actually went with the 2-1 win on this one. Espanyol lost again to Leganés this time out. 1-0 win in the end. Jonathan Silva get the 1-0 goal. Got man sent off for Espanyol. Jonathan Salieri actually went with a 2-2 draw on this one. Shit. Granada and Valencia took out to a 2-2 draw. It was close. We got a 2-1 win on this one. Goals on this one. Carlos Fernandez and Federico for Granada, Manuel Valero and Conchon Guedes. They roll off the tongue. 2-2 in the end. Wrong for me. We've got here against, I always get these guys wrong in the badges. Is Real Valladolid. They picked up a 1-0 win over Alaves. I went with a 1-1 draw. The only goal scorer was there, Joaquin Fernandez, giving the points for Valladolid in the end. Osasuna took on Getafe. That ended up all square, 0-0 in the end. I actually went with the 2-0 win for Getafe. No goal scorers to talk about there. Sevilla against Aybar. That's still a mystery, but I am going to go with a 3-0 win for Sevilla. That takes place today. Next up, it was Villarreal. They took on Barcelona. They got spanked 4-1. That's right. I actually went in favour of Villarreal on this one. The goal scorers on this one. Ansu Fati got himself a goal. Pau Torres and the big fat OG. Suarez and Griezmann as well on the score sheet for Barcelona. Gerard Marino gave him a bit of hope early on, but ultimately it amounted to nothing. So yes, and then of course Levante against Sociedad. It's a mystery. We'll find out that next match day, of course. 2-0 for me for Sociedad. They are my boys. Going to root them till the bitter end, and hopefully they'll squeeze into the old Champions League. So that puts me in the shit-face gang. That's right, illustrious company. I am pretty sure. So yeah, not great predictions for me. But I'm on the wind down. I'm on the end of season wind down. I'm looking forward to the new season where we have the prediction league. I'll tell you more about the prediction league in a second. But this is the situation at the table at the moment. Real Madrid lead the way 77 77 points on the board. Barcelona 4 points adrift with 73. Atletico Madrid third. Sevilla are fourth, but one slip up and the likes of Getafe, Villarreal, maybe even Sociedad could squeeze in there. Realistically, looks like 7 points too much. Well, Sociedad have the game in hand. They could close in on them, I guess. Down the bottom is Espanyol, Leganés and Mallorca going to Segundo Division next season. And speaking of next season, it is the Prediction League. That's right, I'm telling you, all across the divisions, we're going to be having a Prediction League. What is the Prediction League, I hear you shout? Well, it's a chance for you guys to showcase your skills, just like we're doing regularly. You know, you put your predictions in, I'll give you an emoji. If you're good, you're shit, or if you're okay, then you get your respective emojis. But next season we're going to actually calculate your averages. That's right. But you've got to be regular predictors, of course. And the winner, then we will be a winner, and that winner will get an actual prize, and it will be a physical prize. That's right. You can win a T-shirt with that geezers there with the smiling smirky. It's a man or a woman. It's a universal emoji, and it's got a crown, so it can be a king, queen. You know, you just don't know. Yeah, so you just take part. You can take a part, and of course, there's going to be new leagues. I'm going to be predicting next season. I'm going to be looking at maybe doing the French league, maybe the Dutch league, and of course some other divisions out in England. It's going to get crazy. So you can take part in all of them, and there'll be, you know, if you were the best predictor in town, you can end up with like 7, 8 shirts. Yeah, and they'll all have the emoji of it. They'll have the league, the year, and maybe some branding. I don't know. Which I'm just throwing it. It's still work in progress. We're going behind the scenes. So, Football Mapper, you did all right for yourself. Cody Ho, respect to you, my Patreon brother. You did very, very well as well. Costas K, not too shabby. Bianca Mola also did very, very well. Gunson Hung did pretty tip-top with an edit. I Love Chelsea did shit, but it's okay. It's okay because, you know, I'm in the shit zone. Mohamed Rafi also did shit, but it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Shit, we can be shit this time out. It's very difficult. Miles A did okay. Il Michonadinosa Isa, he did very well for himself. Juris Salite, not too bad. Kirsten Zamile, also not too bad. And Tom Ennis did shit, but it's okay, brother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Radical, he was very radical. He got top banana. Respect to you, sir. Victor Fisher, long-time predictor. Respect to you as well. Top banana, son. Well done. Jonathan Liu, not too shabby. We'll get to you in a minute. Yannick Bustard also did very, very well. So these two guys did pretty good. You know, it's difficult to get the old shit-faced gang. So let's take a look at the next round of matches, of course. We're going to start off. They're all coming at you in random order. Again, like I said at the start of the show, there are 2 games still left to be played in this current match day that's still going on. These games take place on Tuesday onwards. It's that sort of madness at the moment with, of course, the catch-up football season. We're going to start with Athletic Bilbao. They're going to be taking on Sevilla. Look at the battle of the badges, really. You know, 2 similar kind of badges. Anyway, the last 6 encounters between these 2 sides sees 2 wins for Bilbao and 3 wins for Sevilla and 1 draw between the 2 sides. They played in Sevilla earlier in the season. It was a 1-1 draw. Back in January, that was, before the lockdown. Nunez with a big fat OG and Kappa a goal for Bilbao to give them a share of the spoils. Heading into this, 2 teams are in okay kind of form, but well, Sevilla drawing a lot of them, too many of them. In fact, since the old reboot, they're unbeaten, but they picked up 4 draws at a possible 5. Bilbao having a bit better form points wise. They picked up 3, 6, 9, 10 points of a possible 18 since they come back. So they're tough old boots. They did lose last time out, of course, to Madrid, but before that, they're back-to-back wins against Valencia and, of course, Mallorca as well. Heading into this, Sevilla actually undefeated in their last 10 matches in La Liga, so they're undefeated, but they're drawing too many in my eyes. What have we got here? So the bookmakers' odds on this one taking place on, this game does take place on, where does it take? It's hard. It's Thursday the 9th of July, 9-4 for Bilbao, 2-1 on, 2-1 for the draw, 11-8 is the away win. A win for Bilbao currently find themselves in the 8th spot, could see them up above Sociedad into 7th, depending on what goes on between then and now, of course. Sevilla are in 4th. A win for them could give them 60 points, which means they're very, very close to taking over 3rd. I'm going to go with the home team on this one. I'm going to go with Bilbao. You know, they're tough old boots to beat, and it's going to take something special for them to lose. You know, and I think their home form is good. I think Sevilla are beatable, but this time I think Bilbao will edge it. Next up, we have Barcelona up against Espanyol. Espanyol, I was hoping they would survive. Of course, they were battling on multiple fronts with the Europa League earlier in the season. It's been so long ago now, I can't remember if they're still in it. But anyway, Barcelona are still knocking about and are still in the hunt for the title. Of course, 4 points adrift of Real Madrid. Heading into this, though, the last 6 encounters sees 4 wins for Barcelona, 0 wins for Espanyol, 2 draws. One of those those draws was earlier in the season. It was a 2-2 draw in Espanyol. David Lopez and Roulet on the score sheet for Espanyol. Luis Suarez and Vidal on the score sheet for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong got himself sent off as well for Barcelona on this one. And the last time they played in the Camp Nou was a 2-0 win back in March last season. Messi with a brace. Heading into this, Barcelona actually undefeated in their last 29 home matches in La Liga. And Espanyol have actually lost their last 5 matches in La Liga. Meanwhile, Barcelona have also kept a clean sheet in the last 4 matches at home against Espanyol in all competition. They're also undefeated in 12 of the last 13 matches at home against Espanyol. Espanyol 5 defeats on the spin heading into this. Barcelona picking up a lot of draws, just 2 wins in the past 5 in all competitions. So not great form, but it is Barcelona and it is at home. The bookmakers' odds on this one will be nailed on, I'm pretty sure, for victory for Barcelona. They come into this game takes place on Wednesday, the 8th of July, 7-1 on for Barcelona, 7-1 the draw, 18-1 is the away win. A win for Barcelona could get them close back to 1 point of the top. A win for Espanyol could get them 1 point closer to 19th. But of course, it's going to be a nailed on home win on this one, 3-0 in the end for Barcelona. Real Betis, they're going to be taking on Osasuna this coming match week. This game takes place on Wednesday, the 8th of July. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Betis, 2 wins for Osasuna, and 1 draw. That draw was last time out in Osasuna. It was a 0-0 draw back in September earlier in the campaign. Last time they played in Betis was back in 2017. It was a 2-0 win for Betis on that day. Goal scorers was Rava Navarro and Ruben Castro as well. Heading into this, not bad form for Osasuna actually. Picking up just 2 defeats in the past 6, but unbeaten in 4, 3 wins and a draw in that occasion. Meanwhile, the opposition, or the home team, Real Betis, just 1 win in the past 6. That was against Espanyol, quite a few games back. So you probably fancy Osasuna on this one, but with Betis at home, you just don't know. Bookmakers' odds on this will take place on the Wednesday. Evens for Betis, 30-5 is the away win, 5-2 is the draw. Real Betis come into this match at 14th for the table, 38 points on the board. A win could shoot them up as high as 13th. A win for Osasuna, who are in 11th, could see them rise up into the top 8. Goodness gracious me. But I can't separate the 2 sides on this one. I'm going to go with a draw. Osasuna do it looking good, but it is at home for Betis. Next up we have Celta Vigo. They're going to be taking on Atlético Madrid this match day, and it takes place on Tuesday, the 7th of July. The last 6 encounters sees 1 win for Celta Vigo, 4 wins for Atlético Madrid, and 1 draw. That draw was last time out in September. It was a 0-0 draw. Meanwhile, the last time played in Celta Vigo was a 2-0 win for Celta Vigo. That's right, Maxi Gomez and Iago Aspas on the score sheet for Vigo. Stefan Savic getting himself sent off for Atletico Madrid. Atletico actually kept a clean sheet in 6 of the last 8 matches against Celta Vigo in all competitions, and they're also undefeated in the last 12 matches in La Liga. Heading into this, like I said, Atletico Madrid looking very, very savvy, winning 5 of the past 6. Picking up a draw against Barcelona, their only hiccup. Meanwhile, Celta Vigo not too shabby as well, just 1 defeat the past 6. That was against Mallorca, and they got spanked 5-1, and that was the last time they played away. So, this one's back at home. Let's take a look at the bookies on this one before we make up a decision on this. 11-4 for Celta Vigo at home, 23-10 is the draw, 21-20 is the away win. Celta Vigo come into this in 16th spot. A win could shoot them up to 14th. With Atletico Madrid in 3rd, could get them to 65 points and maybe strengthen that 3rd spot finish. Of course, you can't really go against Atletico Madrid. They're one of 3 or 4 teams that kind of are going to be tough to beat, and I think Atletico Madrid, they want to ensure that they remain in that top 4 spots. It's not nailed on just yet, but I think this victory will get them over the line, secure Champions League football again for next season. Next up, we have Aybar. They're going to be taking on Leganés. This coming match day does take place on Thursday, the 9th of July. The last 6 encounters sees 4 wins for Aybar, 1 for Leganés, and 1 draw. They played in Leganés earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Aybar. Charles and Kike Garcia on the score sheet. Yusuf Negnezazi getting the goal for Leganés. The last time they played in Aybar was a 1-0 win in 2018, back in September. Kike Garcia again on the score sheet for Aybar. Heading into this, just 1 win in the past 6 for Leganés, not great. Aybar just 1 defeat in the past 5. They also take place against Sevilla as well today, so that might change to 2 defeats in the past 6. But yeah, Aybar looking pretty good, grinding out the results at the moment. Let's take a look at the bookies on this one. The bookies suggest on this one 11-8 for Aybar, 2-1 is the draw, 11-5 is the away win for Leganés. Leganés come into this, of course, in the relegation zone, 28 points on the board. They're a good 7 points adrift of the relegation zone, getting out of the relegation zone, and they've played a game more than Aybar. But a win today, or in this match, could give them a big old boost as they can make a final little push towards safety. Meanwhile, Aybar, of course, in action today against Sevilla, but they currently find themselves 17th at the table. They could have 38 points already if they beat Sevilla, but realistically, I don't see that happening. But they come into this 35 points. If they are to be victorious over Leganés this match day, it could shoot them up to 14th at the table above Real Betis. I can't separate 2 sides, can you? I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Next up, we have Getafe up against Villarreal. That's right. Heading into this, Getafe looking pretty savvy at the moment, but the previous 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Getafe, 3 wins for Villarreal, and 1 draw. They played in Villarreal early in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Villarreal. Mo Gomez on the score sheet for Villarreal. Mafias Oliveira getting himself sent off for Getafe. The last they played in Getafe was a 2-2 draw back in May last year. Villarreal actually kept a clean sheet in 5 of the last 6 matches in La Liga. They've also won 5 of the last 6 matches as well. That defeat, of course, was last time out against Barcelona. Heading into this, just 1 defeat the past 6 for Getafe. That was against Real Madrid a couple of games back, but a lot of draws in that. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat for Villarreal, and that was against Barcelona. Before that, they were looking very, very savvy. Heading into this, the bookmakers' odds. In fact, when does this game take place? That game takes place on Wednesday the 8th of July. So the odds on this one, as it stands, 6-4 for Getafe, 2-1 is the draw, 2-1 is also the away win. Getafe currently find themselves in just outside the old Champions League spots, in 6th at the moment. A win could shoot them up to 5th, and then they're right back in the thick of things. Meanwhile, their opposition, Villarreal, are also hanging in their 5th spot at the moment, 54 points on them. A win for them against Getafe could see them into the top 4. Of course, Sevilla got a game in hand, so that could be a little bit of a different story, and I'm pretty sure it will be. I can't separate two sides too much, but I'm going to go with the Villarreal 2-1 in the end. I like them. I think they should. I think they've got a nice little unit going on, and I'd like to see them in the Champions League next season. But Getafe also, it's nice to see them because they're a lowbrow club. There's not really, they've been in European football at least last season anyway, or this current season. So I'd like to, either or, but a win will give them the big old boost as the games are running out at the moment. Next up, we have Mallorca up against Levante. Let's take a close look at this bad boy. It does take place on Thursday, the 9th of June. 0 wins in the past 6 games between Mallorca and Levante. For Mallorca, 2 draws and 4 wins for Levante. Goodness gracious me. They played in Levante early in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Levante. Roger Marti with a goal. Ruben Rachina. Respect to my brother, ex-Rover there. Jose Campina, though, getting himself sent off for Levante. Danny Rodriguez on the score sheet as well for Mallorca. The last time they played in Mallorca was a 2-1 win for Levante. That's right. Heading into this, Levante's form is pretty good. Just 1 defeat the past 5. That was against Atlético Madrid. They are in action tonight against Sociedad. Meanwhile, Mallorca's form is also pretty shitty. 1 win in the past 6. That was against Celta Vigo, but it was a 5-1 demolition, though, to give them a good positivity. But they did come crashing back down to earth against Atlético Madrid. Bookmakers' odds on this one, taking place on Thursday, the 9th of July. 6-5 for Mallorca. They are the favourites. 12-5 is the draw. 23-10 is the away win. Mallorca finding themselves in 18th spot. A win for them will give them a boost as they need it, because they are currently 6 points adrift down the foot of the table. Levante are in 12th at the moment. Win for them could see them rise above Osasuna into 11th. I'm going to go with an away win on this one. Ruben Rachina's boys, 1-0 win, taking home the points. Meanwhile, Real Madrid will be taking on Alaves this coming match day. Does take place on Friday the 10th of July. Goodness gracious me, the games are spread from Tuesday all the way to Friday. Anyway, the last 6 encounters sees 5 wins for Madrid, 1 win for Alaves, and 0 draws. They played in Alaves' own season. It was a 2-1 win for Madrid. Ramos and Cavial on the score sheet for Real Madrid. Lucas Perez on the score sheet for Deportivo. However, the last time they played in Real Madrid was also a victory for them. 3-0 win, Benzema Jr. and Mariano on the score sheet. That was back in February last year. Heading into this, Real Madrid have actually won their last 7 matches in La Liga there, whereas Alaves have actually lost their last 5 matches in La Liga. Meanwhile, the hosts have also kept a clean sheet in the last 4 matches, and Deportivo Alaves have actually failed to score in 5 of the last 7 matches as well. 6 out of 6 for Real Madrid. They're looking good. They're grinding out the results. They might not be pretty. A couple of 3 1-0 wins on the spin. However, much prettier than Alaves. 5 defeats on the spin in all competitions, and they're not looking good at the moment. Heading into this, of course, they're going to be red hot favourites. Real Madrid 11-2 on for Real Madrid for the victory. 6-1 is the draw. 14-1 is the away win. Alaves currently find themselves in 15th spot. If the relegation zone was a little bit closer, I think these guys are going to be nailed on to get sucked into it. They are 6 points above it at the moment. I think it might be just too good for them to get sucked into it. Real Madrid, of course, top of the pops, 4 points clear of Barcelona. They need to must win to keep I think if they slip up here, and then it's going to be wide open. But I can't see anything but a nailed on home win for Real Madrid. 3-0 in the end. Next up, we have my boys, Sociedad. They're going to be taking on Granada. Of course, Sociedad in action tonight. Granada, what are they? Well, have they played their game? Yes, they have. So these 2 sides will lock horns on the 10th of July, which is the Friday. The last 6 encounters sees 5 wins for Sociedad, 1 win for Granada. They played in Granada earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Sociedad. Porto with a brace for Sociedad. Alva Valladolid on the score sheet for Granada. The last time played in Sociedad was also a victory for Real. Vela and Junami on the score sheet back in 2017. Andrew Ramos on the score sheet for Granada. Granada actually have defeated in the last 5 away matches, so they're pretty good away from home. However, they've only won once in the past 6 in all competitions. Same could be said for Sociedad, won once in the past 5. That was against Espanyol last time out. So two teams a bit ropey form. Granada actually have better form heading into this. Of course, Sociedad in action today. That could be a little bit of a different story. Taking place on the Friday, 8 to 11 on in favour of Sociedad for the victory. 30 to 5 is the draw. 70 to 4 is the away win. A win for matey boys Granada, currently find themselves in 10th. Could shoot them up to 7th, above Sociedad in the process. However, Sociedad again in action tonight. They could start with 53 points. They could start with 50 points. So realistically, this victory could shoot them up to 5th. But more likely it's going to shoot them up to 6th. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Sociedad on this one. Got to back my boys. Got to back my boys. And wrapping it up, of course, Valencia up against matey boys. Who are these guys? It is Valencia up against Real Valladolid, taking place on Tuesday, the 7th of July. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Valencia, 0 wins for Valladolid, and 4 draws between two sides. They played in Valladolid earlier in the season with a 1-1 draw. Guardiola, that's right, on score sheet for Valladolid, and Manu Valero, score sheet for Valencia. The last time they played in Valencia was a 1-1 draw as well. Heading into this, Valencia are undefeated in the last 9 matches against Valladolid in all competitions. Heading into this, though, just 1 win in the past 6 for Valencia. That was against Osasuna way back when. Meanwhile, Valladolid just 1 defeat in the past 6 as well, losing to Atlético Madrid way back at the start, 20th of June. Since then, picking up a lot of draws and a win, so they're grinding out the results, of course. At the moment, the bookmakers' odds on this one, of course, Valencia looking a bit ropey. 11 to 10 on, though. They are the favourites. 9 to 4 is the draw. 7 to 2 is the away win. A win for Valencia, currently find themselves in 9th. Could shoot them up to 7th. A win for Real Valladolid in 13th. Could shoot them up to possibly 12th with a push. I'm going to go with it to Valencia. They might have had some bit of off-the-field dramas with the getting the manager sacked a couple of days back, but I think they'll be okay and grind out the result in the end. This is the situation at the moment, or this is the situation that will be the case if all these predictions were to come on true. Real Madrid will be 4 points clear still of Barcelona. Atlético Madrid are will be in 3rd. Sevilla will be in 4th. Villarreal, Sociedad, and Getafe will be in the chasing pack. This does not include the games that are taking place today. Meanwhile, Leganés, Mallorca, and Espanyol going down to the Segundo Division, boys and girls. That is correct. Yo, so that's my predictions. Make sure you get your own predictions in nice and early. And speaking of predictions, once again, we have the Prediction League coming at you next season. So make sure you smash the subscribe, smash the bell so you can be first in line, get your predictions in, and then forget about it. And you could be the prediction king for La Liga 2020-2021. That's right. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. But that's it, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. But if you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel, whether it's predictions, Rovers, FIFA, football, manager, whatever it is. We've got it all here under one roof. A lot of content coming in the new season. Getting very, very busy. And of course, we've got the play catch-up with the European Championships, the Confederations Cup, the Olympics. All that shit's coming next year. So make sure you stick around for that bad boy. It's going to be in bedlam. Be sure to give the description a quick look. There is the Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. Patreon.com/Roverseas. It's in there. You could be number 11. You could be the final piece to the team, the Roverseas Dream Team. And of course, check out the other social media, Twitter, Facebook. I'm very vocal on Twitter, and I'm also going to be revamping the Facebook for the new year, boys, the new season. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you all on the other side. Get predictions in nice and early, and hopefully we got a bit of a tasty encounter left in La Liga. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.